Hi everyone, welcome in. My name is Carol. I am the owner and creator behind Carol Joe's, which is where the jewelry and accessory community comes together, and we have so much fun here. We do different things. We do lives where we are doing chat times, and that's where you get to ask questions if you'd like. We also do our makers meetups, and that is where we just come and talk. You know, the chats are about asking questions about jewelry, running our small business. The meetup is just us to have fun and talk. Then we also have the tutorials where I show you step by step how to create things. And then we have our live events. Live events are where you can claim, hi Trisha, and add to your bead collections. Today, we are doing the tutorial, and it is called Fringe, and it is called Fringe. I do not have my backup account going, so I can't tell if you guys can see or not. I'm going to have to tell Ryan that I'm live. All right, so sorry. But we're going to do the Fringe and Flourish earrings. Oh, guess what? We're going to have lots of fun things tonight, everybody. All right, we're going to do these style of earrings. We are going to have a larger bead here, and then we are going to have the dangles or the fringe down here. So what you need for this is different types of earrings. You can use any sizes you want. Just make it with what you want, what you have on hand, something you got new, and that type of thing. So we are going to use beads. You're going to need headpins, and you're going to need earring wires. So that's the supplies you're going to need. The tools, round nose plier, flush cut plier, and that's not a plier. This is a cutter. Flush cutters. I can't say it today. We're just going to go with it's the cutter. And then this is our chain nose pliers. So that's what you're going to need. Now, I did not pick out any beads for this tutorial. I was like, I have been doing lots of things today, and I'm like, I never had the time to pick up the beads or pick out the beads. So we're going to pick those out. I'm actually going to use beads from my own collection instead of what we've got up for grabs. But I will just, you guys give me colors. What do you think we should go for this one here? Give me some fun colors. They could be fall colors, Christmas, summer. I don't care. Go ahead and give me this color. So put your thoughts in the chat. And I am not, I was going to tell you guys too, I am not live on the other one, on the tube right now. I'm going to take this, download it, and put it over there because Buttercup has the phone. Well, nobody's going to give me colors. Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot to say, if we get 10 shares and 10,000 likes, then guess what? Hi, Kay. We'll do a giveaway. Let me see what color I want to pick. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. We're picking the colors for the earrings. I'm going to go with this color because nobody said anything in there. I was going to let you guys choose. We have an oval bead that's rainbow color. That is going to be where we've got this bead. Ooh, we got some of the same color of those beads right here. And these are 6mm size beads. Let me get one of them in my hand instead of two. They are flat and they also have faceted. So we're going to have those in there too. We're going to grab a few of those. Let's see what else we can find for beads. I think I'm going to put some black in there. We're not going to make it all purple. We'll add some black, or maybe, oh, we got gold in there, so we don't want to do silver. So let's do black. All right. Ooh, we're going to use those. Okay. These I'm almost out of, but that's okay. Look at these. These have clear, and then they've got a black but almost purple color to them. So those will go in there great. I'm going to grab some of those. All right. So I got it picked out. I'm just going to mix these up and see what it looks like. So if we do that. I might go with a different one. Hold on. I'm changing it up because I really like 2 of the 4 that I picked out. I'm going to put you guys down so you can see why I've got a dilemma, okay? So here we are. You guys can see. These are the 2 smaller beads, and this is the larger bead. The larger bead, I love these. I love these together. But I'm not loving this one with them, so I'm thinking I want a different large bead. So let me find one. How heavy are these? You also have to remember, these are earrings. Oh, those are okay. Yep, that's it. That's it. Okay, we're going with that one instead. All right, we got it. Let me put these beads away. Okay, and we'll put these up here. There we go. All right, how we do this now is that we will put our beads that we have down here. I'm going to put these on our on our head pins, and you can do them in combination. You can have them individual. You get to do whatever you want for a design. So like my center one, I'm going to do like that. And then I can have one on each side. Okay. And they will be all clustered together. So when you have them all clustered together, I'm just going to show you kind of what it'll look like. It'll be something like that. Just a cluster fringy part of the earring. I like that. Okay, we're going to do that with the other side. So the middle one is going to have both of the beads on it. Then next to the double beaded one, we can have the same bead, one of the 2 beads, and then the outside will have the other one. However you put those together, just do them the same for both earrings. Okay, I'm going to put them in the same order. All right, now these will go on a head pin, but they don't have to go on just yet. What I do is, I do not have my mark on here, so let me put my mark on. I'm just going to take and put a mark on my round nose plier with a black Sharpie. That is so I get consistent circles. So about a third of the way down on the side that has the head pin on it, go in about a third, and I'm using, I think these are 60 millimeter. Let me measure this before I use it and bend it. Whoops, wrong way. Let's go to the millimeter side. Nope, these are 65 millimeter long head pins. Do you need all of them to be 65 millimeters? No, you do not. But what I found is that if I would do shorter ones for these, and then this one is a longer one, my wire is not going to match. And so I just do the same length for all of them. But on the head pin side, go about 1/3 of the way down. Put a 90-degree bend in your head pin away from you. Reposition your tool 45 degrees in there. Bring it around the top over towards the back. You'll get to a point where it doesn't match. It won't let you go. Release your grip on your pliers. Swing that bottom one up to the top. And then complete that circle. So you're going to get this longer piece and this piece are 90 degrees from each other. Then grab a hold of that loop with either round nose pliers or straight nose pliers, what you want to do. Hi, Maria. I don't have my backup account up, so I can't see comments while I'm doing this. And then wrap this around one time. You'll have a little bit extra. Bring in your flush cutters and just cut that off. Okay, we cut that off. Now grab your big bead that you're going to be using as your focal bead. Put it on. Towards the tip here, not on your black line, but towards your tip, grab that bead. Push it 90 degrees away. Open up your pliers. Now put it on the black line at a 45 degrees in there. Do you see how my pliers are 45? And then bring that around over the top. Reposition your tool. Finish out that loop. I'm going to explain why we did what we did there in just a moment. Grab a hold of that and bring this around once and cut off that little piece that we have. Okay. This is our piece that we're going to use for our earring for where we've got this one at. Now, the reason why I had you do that is because I only wanted to go around my wire, one time. If I did it where my loop is at, that would be about 2 times. So I needed to move it down just a little bit here so that I only went around 1 time on the top and the bottom. And that way, when you're looking at this, you don't have a large amount of wire going around, taking away from the earring. Now, as you see, they can stay different. They don't have to line up. I just want it to line up. So I'm going to grab another of my chain nose pliers out of my container here. So give me a second to find those. There we go. Nope, I grabbed the wrong plier. Here we go. Got it. Take one chain nose in one hand and the other chain nose in the other hand, and then twist these so that they both go the same direction. And now you notice, let me get him straight. He's a little crooked. There we go. Now they're going the same way. They're not, one's down, one's up. So there we go. That's our first one. We're going to do our other earring here the same way. Let me show you how to do that. I just got to move some stuff around. There we go. Okay. Head pin side is where we want to be. It wants to be on the top. Grab your round nose pliers about 1/3 of the way down or so on that black line, 90 degrees away. Now we're going to reposition our tool 45 degrees in there. See how this is like at an angle and not straight like this way? Do that 90 degrees or 45 degrees. Bring this around the top till it gets to the back. Loosen your grip, round this up to the top. And there you have your loop. Grab a hold of the loop. I use my round nose pliers. Grab this end here with your pliers and just go around one time and cut it off. Turn this upside down so the loop's on the bottom. Put your bead on. Now, Don't line your black line up at this point. Go to the tip, 90 degrees away. When you go to reposition that tool, this is where we're going to open it up. We're going to go down to our black line and put that in there 45 degrees. Got to go a little bit. There we go. Bring this around the top. Open that up and move that up to the top. And there we have our loop. Grab your round nose pliers to hold the loop. Grab your chain nose pliers to have this go around one time. And then let's cut that off. There you go. That's what it takes. Now, I'm going to get all 5 of these ready to go onto this earring. So we're going to do that same step of creating that loop. But we're not going to close it up. We're just going to create our loop and put it down. So down at the top of the earring, go away, bring it around, move it there. There we go. I want to put them in the right order. And this is the last one. All right. Now we're going to assemble. Now that we got all 5 of these, we're going to take this one. We're going to open up our loop. Put this on the loop here at the bottom. Close it up. And wrap this around. Do it 5 times. You're just going to put the next bead next to the one that you just added. So I just let him dangle down, put this in, wrap this around after I get it closed up. There we go. Wrap it around. I got to get those out of my way. There we go. Cut that off. Now we have 2 of them on. We're going to grab the third one. Put those 2 down. Grab that third one. Put it on there. Wrap this around. Okay. Once again, grab our 4th one, open that loop, position these down. He's getting full. Here's where he's at, so we got to get him in there. It will get full. We leveled up. Thank you, Jen. I just looked down and saw that. There we go. One more to go in there, and he's going to be a tight fit in. So we're going to open this up, put that one down, and he is going to go next to that clear one right in here. Right in between these beads. Nope, I didn't get it in there. I'm going to use my fingers to get him to go in instead of using a tool to try getting him to go in. Our hole, this loop here down below is getting filled up. And I just got to have enough room to get him in. There we go. We got it. Go. There we go. All right, we're going to close it up and wrap it around. Okay. Ow, I got poked from up here. I got to get this cut a little bit. He's a little pokey. There we go. There we go with our fringe. He is a tight one, but we got him on there. Then you take your earring. The earring hole here, each one will have an opening on it. Sometimes it's going to be on this side, sometimes it's going to be on that side. Each earring changes it. So once you know which side, just go ahead and open that up, put your earring on, and then close it up. And there we have the fringe earrings. I'm going to put that one, I'm going to take these off and I'm going to put him on there. There's fringe earrings. Those are, I love those colors together. I don't know what you guys think, but that's it. Now, if you wanted those to not be so much like fringe that's hanging there, if you wanted them to move like these, what you do is you just make this bottom one larger. But I'm loving these together and they just stick out. All right, we're gonna move those aside so you guys can see. We're gonna start our second earring. Thank you. We're going to prep these by making the loop on all of them, just like we've done before. And if someone needs to like have it a little bit different, slowed down, you know, from a different angle, that type of situation, I do have out on the tube in one of the playlists, I have tutorials in there, and in there you're going to find dangle earrings, and that explains, like if you're sitting where I am sitting at, how to create these. Yep, it's double. You can do it how, and you can put whatever you want on there. If you don't want 5 dangles on there, put 3 instead of 5. Or if you're someone that likes a lot of bling or a lot of dangles, go ahead and make that loop larger and put 7. If you notice, we always do things in odds because odds are pleasing to the eye. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these in there. There we go. All right, we're going to go down here and we're going to add this one to that bottom. There we go. Okay, grab this one. And we're just putting on our dangles. So there we've got 2 of them. These are going to move, but as soon as we get all 5 of them on, it's going to be full and it's not going to move as easily. Okay, here is our top side. So we're going to go there. So there we got 3. So that's what it would look like if we did 3. You could have a different combination of beads, but that's about as full as compared to that. So I want you just to see what the difference is, but you can do 3 if that's what you want. This is all about making it like how you would like it. Not about exactly what I told you. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Number 4 is already trying to see here. He is full. How did that one have? This one has less room in it. Hey there, Jade. that circle is smaller than, okay, this circle for these 5 is smaller than, this one is smaller than that one. So we got 3 on, and now remember how I had a hard time getting the 5th one on? I'm having a hard time even getting the 4th one on. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get the 5th one on. So you know what I'm going to do? We are going to redo this. I'm going to leave these all together, but I need to see, hold on. I'm moving him out of the way. So I cut the right piece. Right here. There we go. Okay, we're going to redo this one. We're going to make sure we're on that side to give us a little bit extra room. We'll redo this one. Before we close him up, we are going to add in our color combination where it is this one. Well, I got to cut the top off. There, not there. There. All right. I'm going to make sure we have enough room. Yep, we're going to have enough room for the other 2. Okay. I got to get my garbage. I accidentally tossed it in the garbage. Oh boy, what a day, huh? I'm laughing. Thank you for the heart me. Now, what made that one a little bit smaller is that if you see my black line, if I go on this side, it's going to be a little bit smaller. If I go on that side, it'll be a little bit larger. And that's where you got to remember to keep it in the same spot. Okay. You have a great afternoon, but thank you for stopping in and sharing the heart me. I appreciate it. There we go. That makes a difference. Well, it was just so funny because I'm like, when I went to let it go, I'm like throwing away the excess and I'm like, well, I just threw away the earring I'm working on. I was going to say, we've all had those days where you're like, okay. Ah, I was going to say, if you need to go. All right, there we go. We got that one finished finally. Number 4 is done. And now we're going to do number 5. And number 5 is right here. There we go. Got it in there. There we are. Whoop, whoop. We are fixed now. Now we're going to open up our earring wire to be able to put that earring on. So we're going to open that up, put the dangle on. They will move around a little bit. There we go. They are stiffer because the holes are smaller. I'm going to bring this up. There they, I'm like, why is one longer than the other? There we go. He's all the way up there. There we go. All right. And if you notice, these will be different on each side because they're rainbow effect. Thank you, Lee. There. Awesome. I'm loving these. Now, if I could wear earrings like these, look at that. And against blonde hair, these would be really cool. You like the blue side? So yeah, that's how easy these are. If you're not, so what I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to put my black line on here. I want to explain so you guys understand how you need to make sure you're doing things the same. So yes, we have the line on here, but if I line up right here where my fingernail is at on one earring, and then the next earring I line up on this side, they will be just a little bit different in size. And you saw that they were enough different in that. That is exactly what happened, that I could not get all of the same amount of dangles or fringe in that second one because I went on the outside. So even though we're using this line like we've talked about, pick one side or the other that you're always going to use. That will not let, that what you saw happen to me won't happen if you put it on the same side. But they are very close with that one line. But if you're going to put a dangle down from it like we were doing, you're going to want to have them in the same spot. If it was just a regular earring hanging down or a dangle on a necklace, nobody's going to notice that it's a little bit different because we're talking it's like a millimeter and a half at most, not even a millimeter and a half, I don't think. So then you don't have that issue. But another thing that you could do is if you wanted to put lots of those dangles on here, but wanted a smaller loop up here, put two lines on your pliers. Have one here and have one down here. That way you will have a larger loop for where you want to add all the dangles. So let's say you're one that wants to have 7 dangles. Go ahead, put 7 dangles on there. Just move the bottom one down further and have both of those two be consistent between the 2 earrings. Which one is the bottom? You could have it both top and bottom big, but I'm on the type of the top should be smaller. So you're not looking at the loop that the earring is hanging from, that you're looking at the beads in the earring. So that is a suggestion if you wanted to add a lot more. So if you're going to do that, just make a line down here someplace so that they're both consistent. You can have these fringes be as long or as short as you want them to be. Just remember, if you're using glass beads are heavier and you will pull down the weight on your earring. So if you want, just go with smaller ones. You can use seed beads or all 4mm size beads and just create long dangles on there. You can have them be different heights. So that, like, let's say you're going to use seed beads, you could do 3, 5, 7, and then do 5 and 3 back up. Or you could have all 5 of them be 7, you know, for the seed beads. A seed bead, if it is a 4mm is what you want to replace in the length of or the size of the bead, a 6/0 seed bead replaces a 4mm size bead. So just think of it that way. The thing that you will get differently between using a glass bead versus a seed bead is the cylinder shape is going to be identical and you're going to have more of a cylinder. Oh, yeah. I mean, and the thing is that the fringe earrings are coming back in that fall and winter time frame. So I wanted to share some of the things that I learned about it. And a lot of them do use seed beads, but I am not. I have the seed beads, but I am not a seed bead lover like I used to be. You used to find me having all kinds of projects that I made seed beads with. And then as I've gotten older, seed beads are harder for me to see. Don't admit that to Ryan, okay? because he thinks I'm old and I'm not. So yeah, so just think about it from that aspect. They do not have to be glass beads. You can replace them with seed beads and have a design. You can even do 8/0 seed beads. 8/0 seed beads are a 3mm size bead. So you can even go smaller. So I just want to share some of that info with you guys so that you guys can create this thought with your, however you want to do it. You could even do, we've had the chandeliers. You could use the chandelier in replacement of this bead if you wanted, and just created that fringe from each loop off of that chandelier. There's lots of different ways that you can make fringe earrings. But like I said, right now, fringe earrings are the craze going into the fall. Am I going to wear them? I will tell you no. I don't wear dangle earrings. Just like I said here, I'm like, these would be cool, but I'm not going to wear them. Yeah, not a problem. And then like here, look at those with my hair. Those really stand out because we got white in there against the dark hair. Earrings against your hair really accent your outfit. I just can't wear dangle earrings. And even though I can't wear them, doesn't mean that someone else doesn't want to wear them. And so I have always, when I did in-person events, had them available for those that loved them. I also had post options because I'm a post girl. And so I wanted those that were like that to be able to have it too. I'm like, what is this here for? And then I remembered it was for our 12mm, but I'm going to cut or take them apart because guess what, everybody? We have over 10K. So we're going to do a color. Let's see, what color do we want to do today? All right, there we go. Go ahead and put a color in the chat, everybody. It's a one-word color. I don't think I told you that. Ugh. All right, I'm going to give you a clue. It's in the neutral family, and it's more towards the white end. Trisha, you guessed it. You will have 5 creative credits for getting the word ivory. So congratulations. Whoop, whoop. All right. I'm excited for you. Congrats. So I'm going to move these both over here. I'm going to move these here. You're welcome. See how you can have different, I mean, they look the same, but they're different because they have different colors, different shapes. You can have all kinds of fun with these. So tonight I will be back on. I'm not gonna make a second pair because I'm gonna go get Buttercup. She went to the pool today, and I have never ever like done this where I dropped her off. So I'm just like antsing to go pick her up. But we will have 30 items tonight. We have 3 gorgonias. We have 2 Hagar items. They're both glass beads. Well, one's a combination of glass, clay, and resin beads. I know she's growing up, but it's like, ee. That's why she's got the phone. But I figured out I can do a download of this and put it over on the tube. So I'm like, okay, it's all right. Everything works out for a reason. But we have 2 Hagar items. We will have the crosses, those wooden pendants with the crosses. They're teardrop shape. There are 6 different prints. We'll have those. The cat bead I'll show you the cat bead. We're going to have a couple of them in the bead soup. There it is. Do you see the cat face in there? It even has whiskers, but you can't really see those in there as well. We're going to have these in 6 different colors, and then we'll have some mixes. We only have 3 bags of mixes. But we're going to have those cat beads. We're going to have the pink seed beads that we saw on Wednesday night, I believe it was. I got the items here. So we're going to have those. We have a synthetic turquoise in medium blue. We have some opalite. We have a bring back. I'm going to show you guys what the bring back is. You guys like went through this like wildfire, and I finally got it back in. We have that is our bring back today. We're going to have it in both bags, and we're going to have it in strands. We have a heart pendant plus those teardrops. We have some lobster claw clasps. We have rhinestones that are clear, rondelles, and then we have some little kits. There's enough in there that you can make a keychain. So, and then we have some glass beads also. So that's what we have tonight. 7 o'clock here on TikTok is where we'll be, and then 30 items. So it's not going to be a long night. Tomorrow we will be here with our Christmas in July clearance event. So what we have is that they are mysteries. Thanks, Jade. We will have, they're the brown sack paper lunch things that, you know, when I was a kid, when we did mystery bags, that's how the stores put everything in those. So we've got those, and we have different sizes of glass beads. We have some naturals. We're going to have findings. We've got chain. We have cabochon settings. We have a whole gamut of things. Acrylics. I'm trying to remember what all. But that will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. We're going to do the mystery grab bags. And we're not going to open them on the live. I'm going to send them home to you. And you guys can take videos of your reactions when you open them. Oh, I totally get that one. So, but if you guys want to come back, join me tonight, 7 p.m., tomorrow, 10 a.m., and both those times are central. I hope you guys have a good rest of your afternoon, and I will be back. So we'll see you then. Okay. I got you. If there's a certain size you want or a certain thing you want, you can always like message it to me. Okay? Because there's, just to let you know, there are 5 individuals the other night because we got to 100 shares. We are doing 5. They each get a mystery bag for playing our game. So Jade's one of them. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Or not a good night. Have a good afternoon. We'll see you.